Breaking news! You must have seen this headline: CBN raises capital base for mega banks to 500 billion naira. So I went to the official site of the Central Bank of Nigeria and I got this. So it said for commercial banks that are international, 500 billion. For commercial banks that are just national within Nigeria, 200 billion. For the regional banks, 50 billion naira. So for merchant banks, it's 50 billion. Then for non-interest banks, it's 20 billion for the national and 10 billion for the regional, all in naira. The central bank went ahead to say, to meet this, you can either inject fresh equity through private placement, right issues, or offer for subscription. Mergers and acquisitions, lawyers will like this one. Upgrade or downgrade of your license. So you can move, maybe if you don't have money, you can move from international and come down to just national. If it's only 200 billion you have. What does this all mean? Calm down. Let me explain. This banking recapitalization is not new to Nigeria. Yes, this happened in 2004. Then you just needed 2 billion to start a bank. They increased it to 25 billion as of 2004. Now, if you need an international bank, you need 500 billion naira. But why is the CBN doing this? By increasing the capital base for banks, it means that most of the banks that will survive this will be super strong banks. So no matter the economic headwind, anything that is happening around the world, they stand gidigba. But there's another side to it. They said something in the circular. I said the minimum capital specified above shall comprise paid up capital and share premium only. See, it's in black. For avoidance of doubt, the new capital requirement shall not be based on shareholders' fund. Additional Tier 1 capital shall not be eligible for purpose of meeting the new requirement. All the banks are required to meet the minimum capital requirement within the period of 24 months, commencing 1st April 2024 and terminating March 31st, 2026. Then they went on to say, notwithstanding the capital increase, banks are to ensure strict compliance with minimum capital adequacy ratio requirements applicable to their license authorization. Big grammar. What the CBN is simply saying is that all the money that the banks have, that one is your own. Don't touch it. Go and bring in fresh money. Do you see where they are going with this? The CBN wants foreign currency to come into Nigeria to stabilize the naira. Yes. And the economy as a whole. Then they gave a period of 2 years. So you expect to see new investors coming into the country to come and take up shares in the banks to acquire more stake. That means more dollars coming into Nigeria. Or that the money that you have, you might use it to invest. So it means they are going to tighten a lot of money that is currently in circulation to go into stabilizing the banks. So inflation likely to drop. And naira about to remain stable. Now let us look at the banks and how much they have to meet the CBN target. Access Bank has about 251. EcoBank has about 353. This is in billion and they are about to meet 500. This is the shortfall that they have. Look at it here. Now this is a broader list. You can look at the list here and check out for your bank. Now these are the banks with international authorization that need to raise 500 billion. See them from Access Bank, Fidelity, First Bank, GT, Union, UBA, Zenith. For the banks that need to raise 200 billion that are national banks, CCT Bank, EcoBank, Heritage, Polaris, Stanbic, Standard Chartered, Sterling, Unity, Wema Bank. The banks with the regional license that need to raise 50 billion, you can see their list here from Globals down to SunTrust. Now for the non-interest banks, you have Jaiz, Lotus, Taj Bank. I know there's a new non-interest bank, the alt bank, the alternative bank. I know that one is there. Are we about to see some banks merging and taking over of smaller banks by bigger banks? Are we about to see bankers being sent heavy targets because you need money? Are we about to see IPOs, initial public offerings, for you to invest to buy shares in banks? All this you will see. Interesting times ahead. Sorry that the video is very long, but here, share your thoughts about this in the comment section. I hope this makes sense to someone out there. Hey, be good. Take care. This is the Online Banker.